Hi guys, it's Miss Charlotte and I'm back with another Sims 4 speed build, which is really exciting. So this one is actually going to be a two-part series. So it's not really a series, it's just a two-part speed build because the build's kind of big, and so I think it would be super long if I did it all in one, so I thought I'd split into two cute parts. And yeah, so this is the first one. So the speed build is something that I have previously mentioned I wanted to make, and it's basically an island villa. I think that's what I want to call it. I don't know. So it's sort of like islandy hotel thing just on the beach side, and it kind of pushes forward into the water, but it's not like a hotel in which the rooms are all in one building. It's kind of like little islandy beach hutty kind of on stiltsy things. I'm describing this awfully, but I don't know. It's kind of those photos if you type in like, oh, a paradise beach hotel, and you can get those really nice beach huts that are literally over the water because they're like built on stilts. I kind of wanted to create something like that. But obviously, for it to be like a hotel, I wanted to have a main area. So that's what part one is about. So this is what I'm making. It is the main hotel-y reception-y area plus dining area for this speed build. And I think I'll probably do some more additions when I do the second part, just like on the beach bits that don't really fall under the main building and the villa bits, if that makes sense. Just stuff on the beach, maybe a little fire pit kind of thing. I might do that in either a second or third video, depending how much I want to do. But yeah, so this is the main building. So I went from quite large reception area, just a kind of lobby where you check in and stuff, or where you just relax if you want to be indoors in the lovely aircon. And then I've got a little public bathroom I plan to put in the other room on the ground floor, and then I thought I'd make it just two levels, and have an outdoor seating area, which I thought was quite nice, as well as an indoor seating area, which also had a little bit of a kitchen. I was going to try and make it like a buffet area, and I know you can get like buffet sort of kitchenware, but I wanted it to look a little bit more homey and a little bit more like the style I was building in. So I made it very islandy, very beachy. I went with some quite different woods than what I normally go to. It was quite light and bright, and I went for some orangey tones in the main reception-y area, which was fun. And I decked it out with loads of greenery towards the end, as you'll see, because I don't know, I wanted to make it quite islandy and just like really lush and beautiful, and I think I did result with that, so kind of happy with it. So I put all of this on stilts, and I think it's a similar thing to what I'm going to do. I don't even know how I'm going to go about doing the villas. I'm going to have to play with the Sims tools a bit and see what I can do, but this was the kind of easier part. But yeah, I had fun experimenting with all the different swatches. I think most of the kind of buildware stuff that I used was from the Islandy pack that I never know the name of. But I'm building in the town which comes with that modded pack. So yeah, I used most of the objects, like the pillars and things, because it just comes with the star, really. Like all the windows and doors, and like the thatched roofing, it's all under that one style, and I quite liked it. So yeah, I started off just doing all the exterior, so working on what kind of fences I wanted, what kind of wallpapers, and just the general style of like how I wanted the building to be. I feel like I made it a little bit blocky, maybe. I could have played around a little bit more, made some extension rooms, but again, I didn't want to make it too big and make too many rooms and kind of struggle to fill it, because it's just a small little quaint kind of hotel-y thing. So I didn't want to make it too big and too cluttered. But yeah, so I have stairs coming up from the main room going into the outdoors area. I really wanted a nice like kind of terrace dining area. I think it was really nice, like changing the railings to be glass and it just being like a beautiful view of the ocean, and just like, I don't know, it's kind of a nice like tropical holiday hotel I'd like to visit, really. Something like this. So that's kind of what I tried to create. I wasn't too keen on the wallpaper at first. I'm still not quite sure about it. But I kind of tried to match everything according to the wallpapers and the swatches of windows I did, and also like the pillar swatches. So it was a little bit of a faff, and I think I actually experimented with a lot of interior objects that I don't really use, really, and swatches in general, which was fun, all to try and fit in the theme. I think I could have experimented. I get rid of those in a minute, but I think wish I experimented more with decoration pieces just to make it look a little bit more exciting. I do add a few paintings in and stuff, but I think I don't know. I guess it's nice to have it quite simplistic. I don't want to completely cram it, and I think there's nice decorations in terms of like the pillars add a bit more to the outside of the building, and definitely having the wallpaper being really like not very plain at all kind of compensates for me not filling the rooms that much. But I did work down a few decoration bits. I think my favourite bit will definitely have to be the kitchen and dining area. I think I made it really nice, and I'll talk you through how I did that when we get to it. But here I'm just like working on the lighting. Don't worry, I changed that hideous wallpaper in the bathroom to something a little bit better because it's definitely a little bit, too yellow toned and kind of weird. But yeah, I tried to make it quite warm tone though. I didn't want it to look too modern, which I think I achieved. Again, like in my head, I'm like, oh, I won't make it modern. I'll just include loads of wood, and that for me makes it less modern. I don't know. Also, the toilets were so small. I didn't want to make them any bigger because I don't know. I could have made it like one block bigger, I guess, and put like plants in there because it's a pretty tight toilet. But like most public toilets are kind of like that. I tried to like make stalls, I guess, like ones you'd get in a restaurant or something. It kind of gives me a vibe of a restaurant bathroom, the one I came up with. And I do like the windows I used actually because they're like shuttery, so they don't kind of like. I like using normal windows in bathrooms, but obviously it's not very practical. But these ones are kind of practical and work for the bathroom, which I really like. So the bathroom I wasn't too mad about. So the reception area, I wanted to kind of have like a front desk thing, and then like just with some like cashier points, like what are they called, like tills? Yeah, tills, like just where you would check in. And then I was looking around for like some kind of desk bits and bobs, like some pens and stuff, but none of it really like matched the style. It seemed very much like I was just putting random stuff everywhere. So I think I went for some planty things instead, and yeah, I think that's what I went for instead, just to clutter up the desk a little bit because I think that's quite nice having plants there rather than putting a bunch of random stuff. And some candles. Candles are lovely. I feel like I've featured candles everywhere, including in the toilet, just opposite the toilet in this build, because why not? Like just sitting on the toilet with a few candles lit, lovely. Why not? It's a relaxing time. But yeah, I'm happy with all the plants I used in this. I really got to use like the tropical looking ones, which was exciting. Oh, and this was such a big struggle for me. I was trying to find like a really nice carpety rug thing to like spice up the the main like middle section of the build, and I wanted something that looked a bit tropical but then wasn't too like in your face, so I ended up going, was it this one I went for? I think so, yes. Which I think added a nice bit of colour because everything was very like browny beigey, so I did try and add little pops of colour here and there, which I think I mainly did with the plants, but a nice rug can do that too. And I added a nice seating area, and I go in and add a bookshelf in a minute, I believe. I probably could have made some more space and added some more bits, like, I don't know, a little desk area, just making it a little reading armchair corner in general, if I had more space. But with the land plot that I bought, quite a lot of it is actually ocean because I think it was an empty lot made for like a beachy type of build. So predominantly it's water, so I didn't want to bring this main building too far out because I felt like I just wouldn't have enough room for the villas that I'm going to build next. So that's why I made it a little bit smaller. But again, there's nothing wrong with a small build. It just means you don't go crazy and add loads of things. Oh, and I also was a bit experimental with this bit. I'm not sure if I like it, but I ended up putting those plant pots on the wall. I think there's another cool thing that I do later where I use like a decorative pot and I fill it with a plant instead. And there's a few things I've been just trying out in Sims which I'm quite chuffed with. Just small little bits of like kind of editing objects in a way they're not usually used, I guess, and placing them how they're not usually placed. And I don't know, let me know if you guys like it. I think it's cool, just being a little bit creative with that stuff. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, this is the kitchen area. It looks a bit like a kind of like home kitchen. It didn't look too hotel-y, but I tried to make it so like on the counters I wanted it so I could have like platters and like buffet platters, but obviously there's no real food objects except from these two that I found, which I could have put there. So I tried to make it a little bit more like people would serve you food there. But it does look a bit homey. But I don't mind that. I'd rather it look more homey than like super like clinical and like I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, those literally just in a second I picked up that buffet thing I was thinking of using instead, but I think that looks too like clinical and metallic and not the style of this. So yeah, I thought I'd make it look more like a dining area with a few signs. I tried to experiment with some wall decorations. I think I went for a nice chalkboard, yeah, like to show the menu and stuff. Just small little things to make it look more like it was a hotel dining area, which I think I may have achieved. It definitely helped when I put in all the tables and chairs. Which I went for these small little single chairs, but not single chairs, single tables, but I did try and merge them to make them double, just so there's like some longer four people tables. But unfortunately, what really annoys me is that they don't snap together well, so you kind of have to shift it in a weird way that makes them merge, but you can definitely tell it's not one table. I'd love it if The Sims did this thing where you could kind of like snap on single tables together and it would automatically like merge to make a long thing, sort of like how the counters do, you know, they kind of join up when you keep adding and like you do corner bits. That'd be so cool. But for now I just kind of like clip them together awkwardly and trying my very best to make them line up. But yeah, I went for these quite basic wooden chairs and tables. And I went for swatches that don't really match. I wish the tables and the chairs matched. Maybe these aren't the right chairs for these tables, but it's what I went for. I think it was nice. Then I put some flowers. I went for some sunflowers. Yeah, those are definitely sunflowers, and just made it quite cute. And I really like that area. Probably should have lit it up a little bit more, but there wasn't. I didn't want to put any floor lamps down because I thought it would clutter it a bit too much and make there be like no room. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I really like it. The only thing I would have loved to have made room for is a bar, but I'm possibly thinking about doing that. You know, when I was talking about the things that don't go into necessarily both of the builds, like just things that might be on the beach, like lounges and stuff, and like a fire pit, I think I can make a cute little outdoor bar, and this might become a 3-part series actually. I think I might do a third part on just like bringing the two pieces together, the two different builds, obviously all on the same lot. So that's possibly something that I may do, because I think I think I've just come up with this now, but maybe making like a little beach hutty bit, but it's like open air, like with a bar, and then we'll have some nice lounges there and lounge areas and a fire pit, just a nice like outdoor beachy area that's kind of like the recreation place. Yeah, this is the really cool thing I thought was fun when I merged that pot with that plant. I think that's pretty cool, and I want to do a little bit more of that just to spice up the build with stuff that doesn't usually exist in The Sims. Then I went ahead and added lots of plants, lots of trees, very tropical sort of plants I went with. It's kind of like the normal cluster of plants that I normally do. I normally go for these massive palm bushes and then throw some cute flowers in there, but I definitely try to get some pops of colour. I went with purple. And I really like actually the fence I used because it gave it a pop of blue, which I don't normally like because it doesn't look too natural to me, and like a mundane build that I normally build. But I was pretty happy with it. And then I decided to go in and make some overhanging shrubbery just on the side of the building, because again, it's very beigey and woody, and I think it just needed a little bit of that. So I kind of faffed around with little viney flower bits, and I was pretty happy with it. I think it looked quite cool, and I think I added just about enough to make it look like on each side that it wasn't too beige and plain. So yeah, I was pretty happy with it. So this is the build, part one basically. So this is the main villa reception area. So this is the main part of the hotel with a cute little reception area that you walk into, and an area where you can relax and just cool down from the massive heat wave that is outside. It has a lovely little bathroom area, just something quite relaxed in case you're just in the main bit of the hotel and you need the toilet, and then you can head upstairs for a nice little buffet dinner in the dining area and either sit inside or outside, as you have both areas. But yeah, that is pretty much the build, guys. So I hope you really liked it, and hope you look forward to part two because I'm really excited about this build. I actually really enjoy making this build. This has been one of my favorites. So yeah, give it a like and leave a comment and let me know how you found this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!